Hello my lovelies, welcome back on my channel, or welcome to the journey if this is your first time joining. My name is Willow and I react to music, I don't know, but today we will be reacting to some more AYREON. Don't know why I felt the need to sing it that way. This is a Patreon request from Danny, and this song this time will be Isis and Osiris. Live? Yeah. Live. Ooh, alright. Something a little different, obviously. Live, since the first one was not live. You guys have filled me in with the amount of lore and story expanding over multiple albums. Each album, I think, being the story of different people on different planets or something like this. Now, this being linked to Egyptian gods, I don't know how this ties in to the story. Maybe it's a really old song, maybe it's a newer one. I don't know. We'll find out when we listen, maybe. Before we jump into it, if you also have a request of your own though, and you would like me to get to it a little faster, there is a link to my Ko-fi page and a link to my Patreon. Both links will be down in the description below. But for now, we'll be jumping straight into it. Ooh.
The mortals are here.
Oh, this is so cool. Look at the stage.
In their sight, each from a different time and place. The Egyptian, the Indian, the Highlander, the Roman, and the Knight. They cry out to their gods, bewildered and confused. But on this quest they're about to take, I'm the god who makes the rules. Bask in their fears, revel in their sins. Let the journey begin!
Oh, I'm into it already. Oh, that's cool.
Is this that I've arrived in? It's now the time I pay for all my sins.
Very folky.
I can't believe that this is God's creation. This realm was fashioned by the deal's in hand.
Oh, that's Simone. I love the eye makeup. Oh. Such an interesting sound with like
this quest you speak of is for redemption. How can we travel when our souls are lost? You think we find ourselves at gates of new salvation, when I can only sense the end is here.
No, it has been foretold in our legends of old. Wake the spirit within, let the journey begin.
oh. Who this? Who this? I don't know. Ooh. Wow. Oh. Just kept on going. can hear like the cultural inspiration in the notes. It's cool. Fun's over.
There's no way out, slaves for eternity, down in the underworld, the jaws of Arcus. I call on Jupiter, ruler of the gods, show us the way from damnation to salvation. No, you're wrong. We're trapped here in darkness, among departed souls and mislaid spirits. I call on Mars, the ancient god of war. Grant me the power to free me from this fever.
Oh, it's so eerie. I'm like on edge. It's so pretty.
Can you see the stars?
I did see the
Can you
stars.
recognize the constellations?
Not really, sadly.
If I could only see the hills that we're supposed to climb. Even the sunlight, it doesn't warm. It doesn't warm. How are we gonna find a way? If we can't recognize the stars, if we can't recognize the constellations,
Chills.
where do we go?
Ooh. Where's this taking us? Ooh. Syncopation's interesting. Circling back with the digital birds.
The quest you speak of, it isn't bound for glory. No great exists within this heathen land. You think we find ourselves at gates of new salvation, when I can only sense the end is here.
Shush, I want to hear the violin. Oh. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. That was amazing. Oh, thank you, Danny. Oh, this was great. Oh my god. I was like transported to a different realm. I was like 6 feet deep into the story. I was trying to pay attention to the lyrics and I caught like, obviously it's kind of like questioning. I guess he kind of like summarized it pretty well near the end when he was just like, when you can't, if we can't even see the stars and recognize the constellations, like how do we know where we're going? We don't. It's kind of this idea, I guess, of like maybe I'm just going off of like what I caught, but I could be completely wrong. This idea of like advancing in the dark, like, you know, on a was there like an orb that just went like thoops? I see things, Dame. What was I even saying? Yeah, like it kind of a comment on like humanity currently kind of doing what are we doing? Which would be my interpretation on the first listen, not really knowing what it is really about. There's so much to say. Now, I didn't recognize all of the singers. Obviously, maybe that some of them are like from like artists that I don't actually know, or I'm also not really good with faces and names. It depends. Like if if I meet you properly, then I will remember your name and your face. But like in a sea of like bands and artists and all this sort of stuff, sometimes if I haven't met you or haven't seen you, I don't like, face to face, then it's not, it's kind of like just floating in some sort of void in my head. So maybe some of them I do know that I was just like, but Simone, I'm pretty sure is like, if it's not Simone, I look like such an idiot right now, but like it sounded like her and it looked like her, except for the makeup, but I've never seen her with this makeup, but she can't put it on and she can't put it off, take it off, put it off. But anyway, in terms of song, I really, really, really enjoyed that one. I didn't even see time fly. It was like, what, 10 minutes, 11 minutes, something like that. There's a few times where I thought it was maybe ending, but at the same time I knew it wasn't, and I was kind of like, I was pleased that it wasn't. And maybe it's the fact that it was live as well, like, there was maybe a bit more visual. I don't know if there's a video as well for that. I feel like that you could make such a cool video with that. It was really cool to see the set and everything, and like all the, there's like the narrator, I guess, at the beginning. I don't know. But then at the same time, the first singer that comes on was sort of like the narrator as well through the song. I really loved his jacket. And the fun thing is that I have a dress that's like the same dark green and navy blue tartan sort of thing, and I nearly wore it, but it's a bit too thick and it's really warm today. So anyway, no one asked about fashion, but I loved his jacket and we would have matched. Anyway, everyone, great voices, amazing chemistry on stage as well. Those eerie vocals that came back at the end as well with with the lady and one of the men. I don't know their name. It was like eerie, but I loved it. Like it crushes something in your brain. You're like, oh, it's just so nice. From the get-go, like, there is something, I love folk in general, and when it sounds a bit folk, a bit pagan, a bit like, there was a cello, sold already. Cello and guitar reached for my soul straight away and was like, strap in, listen, sit down. Eventually there's I didn't want to speak too much over the song, so like eventually there's a keyboard that does these like digital birds sort of thing, but then you still hear the like sort of organic instruments like the cello and the guitar in parallel to one another. Was like, I don't know, I think it was like a fun addition, because like from what I gather, it is like the story's in space That's where you see the stars as well and everything. But then they were obviously talking about like slightly older beliefs and like I guess Earth and humans before they were into space. So it's like this juxtaposition of like older, you know, natural, I'll put it that way, natural sound, and then the digital futuristic both together. I don't know, I just thought it was a really nice addition and really thought through. That night dude, I think is the third singer that comes on, the way he came in, that was really goofy, that was really funny. Other than that, amazing voice, like his microphone was like here and he was like belting it out and we could still hear. It was great. Yeah, I mean, there's probably more to say, but like from the top of my head, from what I can remember through the journey, that was that. It was just, it was beautiful. That I kind of wish I could have heard the violin a little better at the end, but obviously I understand the crowd was like, this was amazing, you know, and cheering and everything, because it just kept going up and up and up and like reaching that sort of divine note, you know, when like choirs do that, there's this sort of like high-pitched, like there's a range of high-pitched notes that like in choirs of like violins or even like guitars, piano maybe, I guess you get to that space and it's just really like heavenly, I'll put it that way. And I feel like that's what the electric violin was doing at the end, but assuming that on this studio recording I can hear it properly, so I will go and listen to that straight away. I think honestly I did really enjoy The Day That the World Breaks Down. Two very different vibes, still prog obviously, but I think so far this one takes it for me. Like it's already my favorite between the two. Thoroughly enjoyed that, so thank you so much Danny. I will add it straight to my playlist. Yeah, I just enjoyed the journey it took me in and the sort of message that it conveyed, that I understood anyway, the way I interpreted it. There was a cello. I mean, I'm an easy gal. I keep repeating it whenever I get songs like this, but it's like, talk about pagan stuff and witchcraft and ghosts and have a cello. I'm sold. Like, it's just a few ingredients, really. And I know that if I were to make music, which I kind of wanted to do in the past, and I might try and come back to it, that will be the vibe, possibly. I don't play cello, and I don't know anyone who does, but, you know, I could pick it up. I'm sure that's easy. I'm sure it's easy to play. Yeah, so anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know, guys, what you think of this song, what you think of this performance. Let me know who the singers I didn't know were, so I can, like, add them to my list to maybe eventually dive into their own stuff. There's just so much music out there. I don't know how I will get through everything. While, like, I feel like I can't react to everything, but I would love to at least react to a few things, a few songs, and then maybe dive in by myself. But anyway, yeah, let me know down in the comments what other song I should react. But like I said before, if you would like me to get to it a little faster, there is a link to my Ko-fi page and also to my Patreon down in the description below. On Patreon you get early access to these videos, access to blocked videos, and access to some exclusives, tarot readings, and some random extra content, and obviously you get to join the community, sort of, so you can check that out if you want, or if you would just like some more content from me in general, kind of in relation with this, not the music but the topics. I also do have another channel on which I talk about witchcraft and ghosts and folklore and this sort of stuff, so you can check it out. It will also be linked in the description below. I don't post as often, but eventually there is stuff in the works. I'm just waiting for the right moment, you know, and I also have a podcast. But for now, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe and please like the video, and I will see you all in the next reaction. Bye!